It is a Choose to be Awesome, a Tuesday right here on Star FM, your first choice for sport. I'm Mr. Tich, your undisputed heavyweight voice of sport. Big thank you to Miss Donna with you on the 3 to 6 Express alongside DJ Tuts Bliss. Coming up on the Choose to be Awesome Tuesday edition of the Daily Sportsman, we'll talk rugby, where Zimbabwe will play Namibia tomorrow in the semi-finals of the 2024 Rugby Africa Cup in Kampala, Uganda. And German coach Winfried Schäfer is the favorite to become the next Warriors coach, with a Ziffer set to finalize the recruitment process this week. And in local football, Premier Soccer League midweek action starts tomorrow. The big game is Highlanders away to Simba. That's at the Wazanai Stadium. On Thursday, FC Platinum are away to Chicken Inn in the pick of the fixtures there. And in transfer news, Premier Soccer League bottom side RNO Movers fired head coach Farai Tawachera over poor results, with the Pilani Bifi Nyube set to take over. And Tanzanian club Young Africans expressing interest in signing in form a Yada forward Khama Billiat. The current Premier Soccer League top goal scorer has also attracted interest from Cape Town City and South Africa. So all this and more coming up on the Choose to be Awesome Tuesday edition of the Daily Sportsman. For my young warriors and Captain David Sengu joining me in studio alongside Simba Chiminya. David, Khama has been making headlines with his form, 8 goals this season for the Miracle Boys. Interest now from South Africa, Tanzania, maybe even here locally. Where should he go? Should he stay? Should he go to Tanzania? Should he go to South Africa? Or it say go Khama?
Yeah, Khama can choose wherever he wants to go.
And those he can choose. That's not
even a surprise. It's up to him to decide where to go. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
My destination akawanda. Even in India, ndikada kuti
to
South Africa. But South Africa.
Okay, let me rephrase. Akakubvunza kuti amkoma diva. Munofunga kuti kwandinofanira kuenda ndekupi kana chipindura tichidaro.
When the offer, where the best offer is, ndoko ndinomuti enda, because wonaka Tich inzonze iwo mubvunzo wako anditi uri kumuti unoti aende kupi,
advice,
what are the offers, anditi sometimes
atutaura nyika right kuti ogara kumba here.
You can go to Tanzania.
You
can go to Tanzania because because South Africa tikatadzokere vakamuita zvisiri izvo kusvika azvodzoka
samukoma
anditi kuti azodzoka kunoko anditi kutanzania iko zvinezvi kutanzania zvinezvi ndo kuneyeseka.
Simba, quickly, Tanzania, South Africa, or stay at home for Khama quickly?
I would favor Tanzania. Why? Because young Africans are playing in the CAF Champions League, and also I think it's really competitive, fresh breath of air, new environment will suit him, like what happened when he came back home.
So your comments and contributions welcome throughout the show, and let us know where you think Khama should go. Should he decide to move? Should he go to Tanzania? Should he go back to South Africa? Or he should stay put here in Zimbabwe? He says he's been getting so much love. So all this and more coming up on the Daily Sports Zone.
This is football. Football!
I think we have a winner. Loser.
The news is our life. Did you hear what the weatherman said?
It's the complete radio sports show. The Daily Sports Zone is on right now.
The Daily Sports Zone every weekday, 6:05 down to 6:30. David Sengu and Simba Chiminya joining me in studio. Let's start with some rugby news, where Zimbabwe will play Namibia tomorrow in the semi-finals of the 2024 Rugby Africa Cup in Kampala, Uganda. Sables coach Pete Bernardi has made one change to the starting 15 that beat Uganda in the quarterfinals. Flanker Dylan Utete replaces the injured Brian Nyaude. And the Sables, they will have to improve on their performance versus Uganda. They did fall away in the second half there. And if they want to challenge Namibia, they'll definitely have to improve on that. Namibia will be favorites. They've consistently got the better of us when it matters most. Most recently at the 2022 Rugby Africa Cup, where they denied us a place at the last World Cup. And our last victory over Namibia at the Rugby Africa Cup was more than a decade ago at the 2012 edition. Simba, looking back to that Uganda game, it was so positive in the first half, 22-0 up. We opened the door very wide open in the second, ended up being a nail-biting finish, 22-20. We definitely have to do better against Namibia if we want to even dream of getting a result.
Definitely, Mr. Tich, and I think that that second half performance, we should learn something from that because, you know, the way that we crumbled in the second half after leading by 22 points and then you allow them to score 20. and it was not a performance that we should be really proud of. If they had that last kick, if they had managed to convert that one, it was going to be bad news for us. So I think the Sebos need to be their best tomorrow, and the good thing probably is the fact that we are playing against a team that has troubled us for so many years, and we are getting in there with a better mentality than we had against Uganda. So we just hope that the Sebos will do well.
Okay, I'll just read a quick message. David, somebody's not happy with me. Team Mutete Mozambique. Hi, Daily Sports on team. Mr. Tich, why do you always put Diva in a corner? Diva, do I always put you in a corner? This way.
Maybe ndomanzwiro ake. Ndomanzwiro ake.
I do really like it.
We are good buddies.
Very good buddies.
Zambezi ndo nezopesa nizo.
I watch Bubira. Anyway, let's talk football next. And Zifa close to finalizing their choice for the next Warriors coach after confirming that they interviewed 5 foreign coaches for the vacant Warriors job yesterday. The candidates include 3 Germans, as veteran Winfried Schaefer, Michael Neese, and Antoine Hay. There's a Spaniard also putting up his hand there, Gerard Neus, the Brazilian Massimo Barcelos. Schaefer is the most experienced of the candidates, having led Cameroon to the 2002 AFCON title and is the favorite to land the Warriors job. And Zifa, in their statement today, say they will carry out another round of interviews this week before settling on a coach. And we understand the successful candidate will earn a reported $12,500 per month. This will be on a 2-year contract with FIFA set to foot the bill. Simba, obviously, I think we first read the story in Sundays in the Sunday Mail this week, and obviously FIFA confirming today that they carried out the interviews with the 5 coaches. Are you liking the transparency, or they're playing catch up?
I'm not liking the whole process.
What did you like about the process? They're telling us for once we're doing this, we're there, and all that.
Yeah, for me, I'm not one, like I said yesterday, that I'm not one for the foreign coaches at the moment, because looking at our situation at the moment, we should be talking about building the base for the national team, because where are we rushing to? But
Simba, the reality now, based on this confirmation from Zifa, is that we can't really be having the argument now about foreign or local, because it looks like it's definitely going to be a foreign coach.
Yeah, of course, we can't really continue to argue, but also we need to vent out. Yeah, but
that's how Winfried Schaefer Uyo Hapana Apo. I went through his CV and I noticed that his so-called success in Africa is actually attributed to a quality Cameroonian side, which was also defending the title. That's Takuku Tenda and Chetao. And another one here says $12,500 per month is Shoma. Do you agree, David?
Because
akunema coach here atataura because do aripo
but my coaches actually, like what Simba just said, to me
actually
it doesn't make sense. But the two them foreign coaches, and despite 12 and a half it wins Ishoma. But to me vano varoda kuunza chi chavanounza chaita kuti bora redu richi
Diva na Simba whether we can argue until the cow comes home, but Zifa has already decided. They've confirmed yesterday. It was speculation that they're going to interview 5 foreign coaches. Now we know that they've done that. There's 3 Germans, a Spaniard, and a. But those are 12,500.
But like what Simba just said, I think that's kutaura and zvisiri kutifadza isusu, and we have got coaches here who are good enough and kutora team, because ukatarisa all these foreign coaches, they haven't taken us anyway, and vedu vacho ivavo vanoshorwa nevamwe vedu. I know kuti there are always vanhu vanenge vasingawirirani navo nevanenge vachiwirirana navo, but vachiita basa ravo vachitiendesa kwatoda kuenda kuma-Nations Cup, and now isusu target yedu, and it is to go back to the Nations Cup and qualify to the knockout stage. That's what we want, isn't it? Ngatitorei wedu iyo yega, and anotiendesa ikoko kwatoda kuenda.
So
okay, to answer you, Mr. Tich,
would you before you answer Simba, so would you want Zifa to stop this process to check a local coach?
Okay, to answer you, Mr. Tich, that man is not enough for a quality coach. Just do your random research about the quality coaches, the foreign coaches that are there in Africa, and how much they are earning. Just go across the border. Hugo Bruce, how much he's earning. close to 80,000, and there is no any other coach who is a quality coach who earns less than 25,000.
The special says Simba doesn't like the process. Me, I like it because we've tried these local coaches and they failed. So better kuudza a foreign coach. And the local coaches hapana at 641 are coming through.
It's not just about foreign coach, it's the caliber of the foreign coach. You can't just pick somebody from struggling and coaching a nation that is not really doing well in football, and then you say that person comes in, because just quickly go through the CV of these people, where the countries that they've been coaching, and you look at what did they really achieve. Look at Antoine Hey, the minnows that he was coaching in Myanmar, in Asia, and then you say that person will bring you something.
And so we need a coach and a reputation of discovering young talent and introducing a style of play.
No,
no need
talent
to rush.
is identified. Mr. Tich.
No, I'm also reading my opinion.
But I just also want to answer that. This is the general belief and thinking of Zimbabweans. Young talent is groomed from the structures that are put in by the Football Association here.
Exactly.
And there's coach pano uya Mr. Tich ana time yakawanda nema players. Chinoshanda is the system yedu yokuno ku Zimbabwe.
And the sports team, we don't have good coaches here. They need to be schooled first, way to understand modern football theory and tactics. And the local coaches are useless. That's Sheda Disho in DZ. And they bring a foreign coach. It's easy for them to succeed with our foreign players, Sydney Dongo. So I'm reading the messages. Hi guys, a foreign coach is the antidote to a crippled football. Local coaches are biased and secretly connected to football players, managers, and agents. They do their own business with the team at the expense of development of our team. That's from Mudara Benjamin Manyanga, we're Dynamos FC.
So you think the foreign coaches are saints?
No, I am. Simba, this is what the listeners are saying.
But those no funga vanhu vasinya to analyze. And could these foreign coaches, and if you look at kubva kunana Fabish kwacho, and havana kuti svitsa kwataida kuenda, but when Mofu qualified and takatokwanisa kutoenda, Charles McLeod the same, Callistus Pasua and Ana Joanti Pas vakasira panzira, but it has all our local coaches, and these are all local coaches, but hativabate zvakanaka tinovapa mainterim, but we are anozopiwa long term contracts, but vedu isusu ndo vatinopa mainterim. Why?
I think that's very well, but we know as things go, unless Zifa make a massive U-turn, we're going to have a foreign coach for the Warriors, whether we like it or not. Let's move on now to some transfer news, and let's talk about a player who's been lighting up the domestic Castle Lager Premier Soccer League. That is the Khama Billiat, and Tanzanian club the Young Africans have become the latest foreign club to express their interest in signing the inform Yada forward following his recent good form in the domestic top flight. So Billiat is the joint top goal scorer alongside with Cape United's William Manondo in the Premier Soccer League with 8 goals, with his form attracting the interest of clubs in the region, including South Africa, where he spent 13 years. We understand Cape Town City have made an inquiry, and now in Tanzania as well is attracting interest with Young, a possible destination. We did ask the guys in the studio. You said Tanzania, this is diva.
Yeah.
Simboka Dichi?
Yes, Tanzania.
Well, let me just pull up some. And the Khama ngaende ku Saudi Arabia or China. Okay, that's different. He deserves to enjoy his football without pressure. That is Tino Sakarombe. Hansi Khama, in my honest opinion, like it has been alluded to by another presenter in the studio, should go to Tanzania where the team is playing for Champions League. I hope he can be in a position to prove a point that is not done yet. Kargawombe in Kutama, Zimba. High sports team, I think that Khama Billiat should move to Dynamos. That's a minister without portfolio. Khama Fe pa Tanzania Apu. Khama should go to Tanzania, not SA coupons Chigaga. So yeah, a lot of the reaction, I think, suggesting that Tanzania, so agreeing with you guys in the studio, that Tanzania should be the appropriate destination. But Simba, what about staying home? Because I mean, when he came back to Zimbabwe, I think he changed sort of the way we looked at players in terms of the money that was able to attract. I think we reported $5,000 per month plus that. I think was it a Land Rover Defender that he got. Now I think we were seeing earlier, we were discussing this off air, Simba. He's getting brand endorsements. I think he's got a lotion company that is a brand ambassador for. He's got a clothing company that is a brand ambassador for. It's something that we don't see a lot of our own footballers doing. Is that something that the league and other players could benefit from, having Khama here and maybe showing us how we can build brands in our football?
Yes, definitely, Mr. Tich. I think, when he came back, he raised the bar a bit in terms of even the trending. You just look also at, the profile of the club, Yada itself, and how it has also been trending. Just check their Facebook page where they were before Khama came in, and they are now above most of the clubs, like even Dynamos. So it shows that he is a big brand. But at the end of the day, it's all about money. Money talks. And, for him, he is playing, and he also needs money. So if those clubs are offering him more, he can go, and it will be good business also for the club that he is at. Yada, they will also get something if young Africans say come in and give them money. And for Cape Town City joint committees, remember he's the guy who brought him to South Africa when he was still the chairman of Ajax Cape Town. And I'm sure you'd also really want to give him something that is very meaningful.
Yeah, we have seen lots of, elder guys, Wakadzoka, from wherever they were playing. The late Adam Dlovu, Agent Sau, Stuart Murisa, all these guys, Wakadzoka, Wakashkotanga foot kutamba muno, and it Wakaspaga. And they went back again, and it South Africa, and most of them. So I think it's time for Khama as well. These past 6 months, I think he has shown that he is still a quality player.
But David, here's my thing. I remember, I think during his unveiling ceremony, and there were even stories around this, where he talked about, coming back home, and he kept saying, I'm feeling the love, I'm feeling the love. You go to the Heart Stadium whenever Khama Billiat plays, especially when he's scored, he always takes time to go and greet the fans, and you can tell he's enjoying it in a different way. Is there something to be said to say that maybe his form is based on the fact that he's playing at home? You even look at the numbers. I think he scored 7 goals so far. 8 goals, yeah. 7 of them at the Heart Stadium. The other one, I think, was away at Ngezi. So could an argument be made about, the PSL and Khama being a match made in heaven, and maybe no need for him to go to Tanzania or South Africa?
Yeah, he has to move. He has to move, Mr. T. If offers come in, and it's like I don't think Pana doubt even the talent yanayo, even Paka South Africa. Like I have said last week, Akanga Gara and the time Agariba Akakwara and it's Asil Kutamba. But the moment Yagatanga Utamba gaining confidence and is being fit again, being embraced, especially at the where all the players, they love Khama. Whether Varipai, they'll always be around him. That shows Vanomuda. And even the fans, whether they Dynamos, Capes, Yada, whoever, if they go to Heart Stadium, they will always cheer, when Khama does his things. So for me, I think it's high time, and it's Akagara, Akayenda Kwandiri, he still remains a quality player.
Is he too good for our league?
Mr. Tich, Khama is too good for any league.
Any league?
Any league.
Simba, is he the best player in the PSL right now?
He's the top goal scorer.
Answer the question. Is he the best player?
It tells you something, Mr. Tich.
William Manondo is also a joint top goal scorer.
It shows the quality as well.
Anyway,
because look, for Manondo, we've been talking about him the past seasons. The other previous season was the top goal scorer. Last season, things didn't really work out. But look what he's doing at the moment. So it shows his quality within the league.
And Khama ngagare kuyada nekuti ku Tanzania kunopedza maplayer ndini Douglas Saurombe Kulumani, and another one says Khama Muhombe Uyo, that's boss Tsatsa coming through, and quite a few coming through and saying he should stay at Yada as well. I'm sure those are Yada fans. One person say Khama should leave Africa. Kunoko, it's just talent wasted. Just quickly before we move on to the next story, at 33, is it realistic to expect him to move out of the continent? Saudi Arabia?
It's real. He can move. Apanash no botazi za Mr. Tich. At one time we had John Shoes Moshu. He's late, and after AFCON 1996, He went to play in Turkey. So hapana chinombotadzisa Khama even.
At 30 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, how old is Ronaldo?
39.
Yeah.
Khama is the best player in the league, Mr. Tich. That's Takudzwa Mrenje in Durban, South Africa. I've not heard anybody say Khama back to South Africa, so I think everyone still probably has a bitter taste in their mouth in regards to how that situation ended for Khama Billiat. But staying with some transfer news, former Dynamos and Highlanders winger King Nadolo has joined ambitious Northern Region Division 1 side Scotland from Yada. Nadolo had formed a lethal partnership with Billiat at Hart Stadium, assisting Billiat's 4 of his 8 goals, but has now left the Miracle Boys for Scotland, where he has now been offered a big money contract. And still with the Premier Soccer League, bottom side Arno Movers have parted ways with head coach Farai Tawachera. Arno have struggled in their debut top flight season, picking up just 11 points from 19 matches and look destined for relegation. The Sweet Boys are yet to issue an official statement, but we understand Tawachera has paid for his poor form and was told by his bosses not to travel with the team to Harare for tomorrow's midweek match with Herentals at Rufaro. So Pilani Bifi Ngube, who worked as Tawachera's assistant, is said to be promoted to head coach. Let's quickly looking at midweek fixtures in the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League starting tomorrow. The big one, Highlanders away to Simba at Wadzanai. Ngezi will welcome ZPC Kariba to the Baobab. Cape United are away to Bikita at Sakuba. Tel 1 host Greenfield at Bata, and Bulawayo Chiefs face off with Wange at Luveve. On Thursday, just 3 matches. Log leaders FC Platinum away to Chicken Inn, Manika Diamonds away to Chekutu, and then Dynamos versus Khama Billiat Yada. That'll be at Rufaro on Thursday. So just quickly, Simba, surprised at all, or it was coming with Tawachera and Arno parting ways? Just 11 points from 19 matches. That's a poor return, and surely they're all but relegated, even with so many games left in the season.
Yeah, and also look, even the preseason wasn't the best one because of the financial problems at the club, and also they didn't get to bring in quality players that can help you to compete. Actually, they just group players, and that's the reason why they are struggling from day one up to now. And yeah, and you could see the trend when Pilani Bifinube came in, and then you knew that probably someday will come where you hear that Farai Tawachera is gone and Pilani is going to take over. And when you have a coach being told by an official to say you're not traveling with the team, we'll talk about this when you come back from Harare, it shows that you're fired.
David, obviously looking ahead to tomorrow's fixtures, Highlanders away to Simba. Highlanders have enjoyed a good start of the second half of the season, obviously starting it with the 2-0 win away to Dynamos. They went back home to Bulawayo, won their first Bulawayo derby of the season, beating Bulawayo Chiefs 2-0. Never Auji, their big signing during the loan window, likely to make his debut. But Simba Bora, they're not pushovers as much as they're only in their sophomore season in the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League. They're sitting in third on 34 points, just behind Ngezi Platinum Stars on goal difference. And we'll be looking to punch a win against Highlanders to make sure that they maintain their momentum. How do you see that matchup? Can Highlanders go to Wadzanai and get a win, or will Simba Bora be too strong for Boso?
Yeah, Highlanders should be at their best, and if you look at the past 2 games that they've played, they've scored 4 goals, conceded 0. So yeah, Simba should be worried about the form that Highlanders are in the past 2 games, but it's not going to be a pushover, for Highlanders, because Simba Bora as well, they are in it. To be honest, they are part of the title challenges, up there, because they've improved this season tremendously from how they played last season. If you look at them now, for me, they are title contenders. And
who's going to win?
Kushamba, it's a fortress at the moment. Simba hasn't lost a game. Kushamba, so yeah, I put my man on Simba Bora.
Simba Bora to win or Boso?
I think it's going to be a draw.
Oh, it's going to be a draw. Goalless or scoring draw?
I think a goalless draw.
Final message here. Khama is the best in the league right now. He's just like Messi in America. And I think it's best if he goes to Tanzania and not South Africa, where he is not valued. Khama is the best of the best. Khama and Knowledge, it's time for them to go where they are paid more. Well, Knowledge is already in Saudi Arabia. maybe Khama should follow there. But that's a wrap of the Daily Sports on this Tuesday to be awesome Tuesday. I'm Tich, your undisputed heavyweight voice of sport. Our closing headlines: Zimbabwe playing Namibia tomorrow and the semi-finals of the 2024 Rugby Africa Cup in Kampala, Uganda. It's a big game there as we look to try and win the 2024 edition of the tournament. We've got Premier Soccer League midweek action. We were talking about Highlanders away to Simba border, and we're also talking about, well, we wanted to talk about the candidates that have been put up by Zifa for the job, but the boys in the studio not happy that it's just foreign coaches and a big debate. So most of the listeners say, you know what, we're tired of the local coaches, we want foreign coaches. But yeah, I think that's a debate that will rage on for as long as we love and follow our Warriors. But that's a wrap off the Daily Sports Zone for tonight. But we're going to coming through with the After Drive.